Do you hear me? I'm talking to you across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky. Oh my baby.
Do you have a connection with the Netherlands or just the city of Amsterdam, or?
Yeah, I think it's just the city of Amsterdam so far. I mean, I've had the pleasure of traveling around the Netherlands a little bit, from Den Haag to Rotterdam to Oud-Marsum. I've had the pleasure of seeing the country, and I love it. But certainly as a tourist, I always find myself in Amsterdam, and have been coming here for many years as a backpacker. It's just a great hub to meet seekers and wanderers, and the art community and the museums are thriving here, I feel. So it's always a good stopover.
I hear you in my dreams. I feel you whisper across the sea. I keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard.
So when's the song about Amsterdam gonna come?
I've got several songs where I pay tribute to Amsterdam, actually, and so hopefully they'll emerge in the coming live albums or studio albums.
So can we expect you back on a festival or in a different venue soon here?
I'm not sure where the next venue will be. It could be a street corner, for all we know, but you can definitely expect us back sometime soon.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again.
So we're here actually literally a week ago. Our hero Michael Jackson died. How did that affect you?
Well, I looked at it this way. I mean, Michael Jackson, throughout my entire life, has been a story that I can follow, and the lives of pretty much everyone I know. And he gave his whole life to performance. He gave his whole life to the public, and he leaves behind so much music, a wealth of music for us, that everyone we know has at least one Michael Jackson song that gets them going in a way that they forget all else. And I think his life was extraordinarily gifted and generous. And to his life, I just say bravo, you know.
They don't know how long it takes waiting for a love like this. Every time we say goodbye, I wish we had one more kiss. I'll wait for you, I promise you I will.
Was he a big inspiration to you in your work?
He was a big inspiration. I mean, when I was probably 6 years old, I was learning to dance to the Thriller album. And then when I was about 13, I really fell in love with some of the older Jackson stuff and Off the Wall. And then that just catapulted me right into even his more modern stuff. And so certainly as a young person and a musician in my formative years, the rhythms and the expressiveness of Michael Jackson certainly had a huge impact on me. Yeah.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again.
So the happenings, his death of this week, had any effect on any of your shows or on the crowd watching your shows?
No, the thing about death is we have to choose death. Like when someone dies, you can't get them back. So you have to actually choose their death. And that gives you the freedom to celebrate their life. If we wish they were still here, then we'll always be in a state of mourning. We'll always be in a state where we feel like we didn't get enough. And so when I find of Michael Jackson's news, it's tragic that there will never be that comeback that we were always hoping for yet again. But we can at least say, this is where the story is now. His whole life was a story, and now we know how it ends. And I like to think of that story as a peaceful one, and a story where he leaves us a wealth of music. So I didn't let that play into my shows. I didn't have a moment of silence for him in any of my shows. But all we can do is continue to make our music and be inspired by the life that he lived, which was, years and years and years and years and years of playing music and traveling and touring. And so that's what we're here to do now.
music, feel the air. I'll put a flower in your hair.
Though the breezes through the trees move so pretty, you're all I see as the world keeps spinning round. You hold me right here, right now.
How can we check when you're coming back? Are we going to be checking the internet, your MySpace, or following you on Twitter? What's up?
All of those things. I'm active on all of them, you know. JasonMraz.com, MySpace, the Twitters, you name it. We've got information coming out the ass. I'm very active with my blog, which is tossed on all of those sites. My blog is freshnessfactor5000.blogspot.com. We always throw out little stories, so if you want to hear what happened to me in Amsterdam, I'll probably write that on my blog this afternoon. And follow along on the road, yeah. We'll be out there. But we usually let you know when we're coming. We'll make it big.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again.
We hope to see you back really soon with this weather.
Okay, yeah, we tow this sunshine with us. We lasso it to the back of our bus. Because this is how we prefer life. This is what life is like in San Diego. It's not this hot, though. This is humid hot.
This is crazy hot.
Crazy hot. This is stupid hot.
Don't say that too quick. It might leave.
Okay.
We want to keep it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lucky we're in